So today I'm going to review this book, Beyond the Sea of Ice by William Sarabande. This is the first in an epic series of adventure stories which is set in prehistory, and it depicts an imagined journey by the first people who colonised America, who went across the Bering Straits, across the land bridge in the time of the Ice Ages from Asia. And the reason I chose this book was I've been looking for books about this kind of topic because I have the ambition to write my own story about prehistory. Not quite the same, but you know, you have to find out what's in the market already. I have previously read Jean Auel's stories, and this one is fairly similar to Jean Auel in that it's set in an ice age and it shows people wandering from one place to another and encountering other groups of people as they go. And there's some similarities in the style as well, because Jean Auel uses kind of little linguistic devices to make it more like her people are not of now, but of another age. Her character, Isla, does her little incantations, and she talks about this woman instead of I. And in this book, they take this to a whole new level. Everybody says this man and this woman, and it gets a little bit irritating after a while, though I can see why they do it. But anyway, that's just one minor thing. The main plot, I suppose, of the story is that these characters are motivated to travel east by the fact that it's a harsh time. Their encampment is destroyed by basically a prehistoric rogue elephant who is a mammoth whose wife, whose partner has been killed by humans. Well, she wasn't even killed by humans. He just comes across her mired up in the mud, and there's a human hacking bits out of her because he's starving and he wants food. And so this male mammoth goes around on a rampage. He follows these people. The survivors of the camp struggle eastwards, trying to find sustenance, and the mammoth kind of haunts them on their journey. And the hero of the piece is desperate to kill the mammoth because the mammoth destroyed his village. But in the course of the book, he encounters humans who are much worse than the mammoth, who quite gratuitously send members of their own group out to die on the mountain kind of thing, and who kill people and who live in squalor and take from people, and I don't know, show all the worst aspects of humanity, really, which you would think would not be so prevalent in prehistory because you'd have to be more careful of each other in order to survive in a harsh environment. I don't think you would have room for people like that. Anyway, it's not much fun to read about them either. But what they do is they encounter all these people and they end up watching the mammoth, the same mammoth, the rogue bull mammoth, mourning the death of his partner. Another partner, obviously. Maybe it's not even the same mammoth, but it's a similar scenario. And the realization of these people is that, oh, hey, the mammoth is actually quite like a human after all. He feels sorrow. He's mourning, you know. He's crying mammoth tears. And you think, well, come on, you've been living with these creatures. This is your world. You don't live in a city. You've observed them because you're hunting them, and you must know that they have feelings like this. So, yeah, and it ends on that kind of slightly mawkish note, and you know that they're going to continue eastwards and encounter even more unpleasant people probably and more difficulties. The story hangs together. In a way, I liked it better than Jean Auel because firstly it's shorter, and I found it very hard going wading through all Jean Auel's turgid prose. I'm sorry to say she's turgid. I know, she amassed a whole load of details about prehistory which are fascinating to many people. And they are, yes, but her characters are like puppets which she plonks in situations, and you can almost see her moving them as they move around the landscape and putting words into their mouths. And this guy, William Sarabande, actually I found out he's a woman, but that's his pen name, William Sarabande. He does a similar thing, but not to such an extent. So it's kind of a good story, but I didn't enjoy it that much. I had to force myself to finish it, and I don't think I shall read any more in that series. I'm going to continue the search for other epic prehistoric adventures. I live in hope. See you next week. Bye.